Yep, it's me again. They hate us. This is why they give a fuck about us at the same time. As always, I am your host, JD Miles. The MGTOWs, they love to hate. Even the ones that claim everybody loves to hate them. Loves to hate MGTOW as always, which is why these retarded fucks keep us relevant to this very day. And I'm back again. And once again, we have yet another Kendra G moment. Shout out to MTR, Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews. I'll leave the link to the full video in the comment section. Go check it out. But once again, we got another one. Man, how does Kendra G put up with their retarded fuckery? We will never know. But this one right here is just crazy. Crazy shit crazy. Crazy shit crazy. But don't take my word for it. Y'all gonna see it and hear it for yourselves. But enough of me babbling. Let's get down to business, shall we?
Man, the amount of lies, manipulation, innuendo, and destruction that we about to go through within the confines of this content is absolutely insane. But we must get in it. We're going to head back over to Kendra G's channel, all right? And I didn't think it was going to happen as early as what this is since our last review. But she just had one of the most embarrassing guest appearances that I have ever seen on the show. This woman opened up with a delusional 7-figure demand, but by the end of this very same conversation, gets exposed as a flat-out liar. Kendra G, I'm not too much of a fan of Kendra G, but Kendra Samuels, yeah, I can support a Kendra Samuels, and Kendra Samuels doesn't.
Yeah, I can support a Kendra Samuels too. Especially in situations like this, no doubt about that. But I digress.
Get enough kudos, so we're here to give it a kudos here. Y'all already know how this goes. We're going to break it down and give a formal assessment of what's going on and extract the lessons learned. So without further ado.
Do you have any kids?
I have 4.
Okay, how old are your 4 kids?
20, she's about to be 21, 16, 13, and 2.
Okay,
Now, MTR didn't record the part where Kendra G asked her age, and which I had to go to Kendra G channel and watch the video for myself. Now, fellas, this is a 35-year-old single mother of 4. Her eldest child is 21. Her eldest child is 21. Now, let's do the math here, fellas. 35 minus 21. So that means she ended up having her first child by the age of 14 years old, i.e. teen mom, Miss Teen Mom. But wait till it gets even deeper, because this shit is crazy. Let's continue.
How to say man?
2.
2. Why you not with the man you had a baby with 2 years ago?
Girl.
Oh.
Let's say chronic alcoholic, chronic DWI person.
Huh?
Yeah.
How many kids do you have by him?
I have 1 by him.
1, okay. And the other one are by 3 other, what? So you have 3 by 1 and then 1 by 1.
Yes, and the others are by my ex-husband.
I was to say.
So she has 4 by 2. Okay, got it.
Have you been married? So you're divorced.
Okay.
All right. Okay. And what's your zodiac sign, Roma?
Oh.
Scorpio.
Okay.
Why
so
did
we
I
got Roma Philly, 36.
I do not know. But then again, they acting like their horoscope is somehow their superpower or their abilities. I don't get that shit at all either. But let's continue.
Scorpio, works for a nonprofit. Mom to she's divorced, 3 by her ex-husband, and then 1 kid by another gentleman. All right, let's do it. What kind of man you looking for, Roma? Can I just say I like your name?
Oh, really? So it's Jerome. I'm a Jerome Jr.
Damn.
Wow.
So I just relocated here from Texas. I'm originally from here, but I just came back. So I am 5'9". So somebody that is taller than me, African American.
Sure.
I've always been in a role that consists of 6 figures. I'm a doctoral student. I'm working on my 4th degree. Somebody that is more, or at least equal to an intellectual, on top of everything that I have going on with myself. And that's about it, just African American.
So we kind of got there early. We kind of got here early, so let me just get in it. We got to make a certain amount of money?
So over 6 figures, yes.
Over 6 figures is a millionaire, because that would be 7 figures.
Yeah.
So you want to be
lady, if you're looking for a millionaire, then it's clear to see that you came to the wrong dating show. You are not gonna find a millionaire on Kendra G's dating show. Hate to break that to you, but I digress. Let's move on.
Not a millionaire. I am more so equated to the 250 range.
Okay. So the 2-year-old dad made $250K?
Yes.
Okay. So she did have that. And then your ex-husband, I'm assuming, made $250K.
Yes, he's a therapist.
Okay. All right, well, one thing for sure, and she had it twice. So
if I had my cap hat over here, I guarantee you I'll put it on. 4 kids, 2 different men, 2 different relationships, once married, 4 degrees. She has MBA in her title, so she probably has an MBA from a accredited school, and then also is working on a PhD. Dated men of 250,000. The cap index is off the Richter scale. Also in conjunction,
she's a PhD.
Speaking is not typical of someone that you would see in highly educated circles. What did she say? He was like a DWI person. That doesn't even make damn sense. Chances are she's lying, but let's continue to diagnose.
Moving forward, you want a man that's 60 and make at least $250K.
The delusion is crazy.
Well, we're already on social media, and if you're familiar with my show, they're going to talk about this girl. So what would you say to? Because now this is interesting. So you had 3 kids, and then you met
4.
a man that made $250K. He didn't mind that you had 3 kids.
I have 4 kids currently.
No, I'm saying, but before you had 4 kids, you met a man and you had 3 by your ex-husband, right?
I met a man and I had 1, and he took on that one person that was literally 3 months old.
Okay, I'm confused.
Yeah.
So the 2-year-old, I thought was...
Okay, we all lost in the sauce here. Ma'am, you gotta be a little more specific. Let's continue.
You only have 1 kid by.
Okay, so let me reiterate, okay? So I have currently a person that is about to be 21 years old. She is in North Carolina right now. She's doing well for herself. I have 2 kids by 1 man that has taken care of my almost 21-year-old.
Okay, but Roma, let me ask this question. How many men do you have kids by? Okay, so
sperm donor wise, because I know how you are, is 3.
No, it's not how I am. It's an easy question. How many kids do you have?
Totally easy. Yes, 3 kids. But 4 kids.
Right there. That's not what you said in the beginning.
Okay, so you got 1 child by 1 baby daddy, 2 children by the 2nd baby daddy. Where's the 4th child fall into place here? Because you saying you had 4 by 2, but you only point out 3 of the 4 children by the 2. Where does the 4th child fall in?
You said you had 2 kids. You said it was 2 men. You didn't say 3.
Okay, so I have 4 kids by 3 different men.
Okay, so in the beginning,
What?
because I asked you that question,
I wouldn't say I lied.
Yes, you lied. You said you had 2. Oh my God. Now she's confusing me here. You said you had 4 kids by 2 men. Now you're doubling back and saying now you got 4 kids by 3 men. So that 4 by 2 has now magically turned to 4 by 3. Case in point, ma'am, you lied. Let's continue.
Because
it's a lie because that's not the answer. So what
okay, so I had to reiterate
Kendra
myself
Samuels
when it came to what you wanted to say.
What?
So let me put it this way, okay?
Oh,
so I had
you keep saying
wait, I had a child at 14 years old. Okay, so I had a child at 14 years old, and that.
Yes, we get it. Yes, we get it. You are Miss Teen Mom. Let's continue.
I met somebody at 15, and he took on my child at 14 years old.
Okay. It makes no damn sense what's going on right now. We have a pathological liar that thinks the entire audience has amnesia. She clearly said 3 kids by 1 man, and now you were a teen mother at 14 years old. Oh, but you have 4 degrees, and all of the men make $250,000 a year plus.
Man, it's an easy question.
That's hard for me to believe.
Totally easy. Yes, 3 kids. Well, 4 kids.
Right there. That's not what you said in the beginning. In the beginning, you said you had 2 kids. You said it was 2 men. You didn't say 3.
Okay, so I have 4 kids by 3 different men.
Liar.
In the beginning, you lied because I asked you that question.
Yes.
I wouldn't say I lied. It's because
it's a lie because that's not the answer. So
okay.
Face the facts, ma'am. You sat there and you lied, saying that you had 4 kids by 2 men. Come to find out, there's a third baby daddy. So no, you're not going to talk your way out of this one. You lied saying you had 2 baby daddies when in reality you had 3. Let's continue.
I had to reiterate myself when it became to what you wanted to say.
She can barely talk.
Let me put it this way, okay?
You keep saying
I had a child at 14 years old, okay? So I had a child at 14 years old, and then I met somebody at 15, and he took on my child at 14 years old. Okay?
Who?
Okay, but hold on real quick.
How old was the guy that was taking care of the child that you had at 14 years old? Because if he was over 18 and he was with you, that's illegal. Or are you trying to say that he also was a teenager taking care of 2 children?
I don't want to be hostile, but
And at this point, all the sirens is blaring on this one. You got pregnant at 14, and then at the age of 15, someone came in and helped you out. And let's be upfront and real. The boys her age at that time wouldn't be able to. They wouldn't be able to. And my obvious senses are tingling. I won't tell you what those sensors are. But let's continue.
I want to correct you.
But you are hostile, and I'm fine with that.
Okay.
What?
You said what?
I said you are hostile. And I'm fine with that.
Well, here's the thing, Roma. I'm not hostile. What I'm not going to do is allow you to lie to me and then make
it's not lying. It's when you're married with someone for so long and that person take on your child. You honestly, I want to say forget, but my ex-husband took care of the child that I had at 14 years old. So I have 4 children by 3 different men, and that's where it is.
So let me jump in. I'm not hostile. What I'm not going to allow you to do is lie. So I have to correct the lie. So the question is, at the end of the day, I just asked you a simple question. How many kids do you have by? You said 2. That's not the answer. Yeah. So you're not going to call me hostile. I'm just correcting the fact and exposing the fact you lied.
What is with that facial expression, ma'am? Ma'am, you sat there and lied about how many baby daddies you have. Now you're feeling so bad that you now want to call Kendra G hostile, all because she called you out on your goddamn lie. I just can't with her at this moment, man. But fellas, here's a fun fact. And yeah, I know Philly's gonna get hurt for what I'm about to say here. Did y'all know that when when a girl gets pregnant during her teenage years, that definitely actually stunts her growth into maturity. Meaning that if a teen mom finds herself in parenthood at such an early age, she don't develop maturely. So basically, because she's now in a situation whereas she has now had to accept parenthood at such an early age, there's a pretty good chance that oftentimes teen moms like her will have such a childish mindset when they once they reach adulthood. So basically, she's still a 14-year-old trapped in a 35-year-old woman's body. If that if y'all could get that type of logic there. Let's continue.
Lied to me. That's all that it
That's
is.
it.
We wouldn't even be here this long had you just told me it was 3 men and we would have kept going. But now it becomes hostile.
Let's keep going.
But it
I
becomes
have 4
hostile when I don't
children.
allow-
Let's keep going.
Ma'am, first off, why are you dictating Kendra G's show as if you're in control of it? No. The wheels don't start turning by your command. It's Kendra G's show, not your show. But let's continue.
It becomes hostile because I'm not going to allow you to make it seem like I'm the bad guy. I'm not the bad guy.
I didn't say you were the bad guy.
Okay. Well,
now I say that.
Okay, so now I'm.
We all know she's crazy as hell, but there's a good life lesson here in the way that this conversation is currently going. Kendra is calling her out for what she just did, which is lying. Kendra is holding her accountable. So instead of dealing with her being a liar, what does she try to do? She tries to paint Kendra into being like an a hostile person, which is obviously not true, but this is called deflecting. It is her opportunity to remove accountability by having you focus on something else. Either it's deflecting or they'll use red herrings, or what they'll try to do is that they'll look for any words that you say in a sentence and focus on that word as a method to move on in the conversation. Kendra just said that I'm the bad guy. She said, well, you're not the bad guy. I never said that. But you're saying that she's hostile. She's pinpointing an irrelevant point that Kendra made in order to continue to deflect. Be very cognizant of.
She's saying she's hostile, but then she's saying that, she's not the bad guy. I'm sitting here like, the difference being, if you call someone hostile, then you're literally calling them a bad guy. Make the retarded logic make sense here. Let's continue.
This because even non-crazy women utilize this, non-accountable non-crazy women utilize these tactics to muddy the water in conversation like it's nobody's business.
I'm kind of confused, so let me just understand. So it's 3 men, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So the first child was like a high school sweetheart.
Yes.
Okay. So the second baby daddy, that's the one that made $250K.
They all made $250K.
So the 14-year-old, he made $250K too.
Yes.
So 3 made $250K.
When you were 14 or when he got older?
No, when we were 14.
Bullshit.
I'm curious. How old was he?
How old is he? Older.
How old was he when you got pregnant at 14?
Older.
How old?
How old?
You don't want to say.
He's a pedophile?
I cannot share that because my daughter is about to be 21 years old, and I refuse to put him in that predicament when he is a older, successful man.
So case in point, he's a pedophile. Is what she's actually trying to say. No. We're gonna call a ball and a strike on this. Oh, he's older. Oh, I don't want to. I don't want to explain it because my daughter is about to turn 21, and I don't want to ruin his success. Ma'am, your baby daddy is a fucking pedophile. That is what you're trying to avoid saying. Even in Kendra G's comments, they point that shit out. So you got knocked up at the age of 14 by a grown ass man. And now you're trying your very hardest to try to protect that pedophile that got your ass pregnant at the age of 14. Ma'am, do you have Stockholm syndrome? And no, that shit ain't okay. If that grown ass man got you pregnant at 14, everybody will sit there and wonder what other underage girl he slept with. But here you are trying to protect him because of quote unquote, you don't want to ruin his success. The fact that he slept with you at the age of 14, his ass already ruined himself. But here you are trying to protect him. Fuck out of here with that retarded fuck ass logic. Let's continue.
Okay. So you have 3 baby daddies, and yes, they all make $250K each.
Yes.
Okay. You said
she can't even spell $250K.
Who did you marry?
I married the second child, or the second and third.
Okay. So the second and third child's father is the one that you married?
The therapist, yes.
Oh, he was a therapist. Gotcha. Mm-hmm. What did the older man do, your first child's father?
I cannot disclose that, and I won't disclose that ever.
Okay.
If I was to take a guess, she wasn't even married. She probably had a therapist and in her delusional mind was in a relationship with that man. Mental health is a real thing.
Okay, that's fine. And the third child's father.
And the fact that she's keeping secrets, and the fact that she's trying to keep secrets, that's definitely going to hurt her in the long run, especially when she's on a dating show trying to find a sucker to sell for her and her 4 children. Oh, I mean, fellas, picture this. If she's keeping secrets or don't want people to know what happened, then what makes you think that if she's in another predicament, she ain't gonna hold a secret from you as well? I'm just throwing that out there. Let's continue.
Can you disclose what he did?
He is currently a psychiatric nurse in a rehabilitation.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So how we got here was the request. So ultimately, the 4th man be over 6 feet and make at least $250K.
At least.
Okay. Now, what would you say to a person that would say, they're going to say, oh, that's unrealistic. You have 4
What
kids.
would you say to me, Broma? Tell me.
I mean, that's their prerogative. Right now, I'm really okay with where I am in life. I relocated from Texas back to Philly. I'm doing well for myself. I have my own business, actually 2 of them. But if they were to say that they have an issue with it, so long.
Okay. And would you date a man that made less than $250K?
I'm okay with it, yes.
Oh, you would date a man that makes. So what's the lowest amount you would date?
Around 80.
Okay, 80. So 250K is preferred, but 80 is the lowest.
Yes.
Could he have children?
Yes.
Do you want more kids?
No.
You don't want more kids. Okay.
No.
So, okay, we kind of got there early. So now what are deal breakers?
Deal breakers are someone who is a chronic liar. I do have multiple degrees in...
What the fuck? What? Okay, it's clear to see that the hypocrisy is lost on her. So one of her deal breakers is someone who is a chronic liar. But ma'am, do you have short-term memory loss? Because last time we checked, you sat there and lied about how many baby daddies you have. You sat there and lied, said, "Oh, you have 4 kids by two baby daddies." Then you double back, and now you're saying you had 4 kids by 3 baby daddies. So you sat there and lied about how many baby daddies you have, but for your deal breaker, one of your deal breakers is, oh, you don't like someone that's a chronically liar? Ma'am, your hypocrisy is definitely showing on that one.
Psychology. I can pinpoint someone out that is a liar or who is someone that is fabricating the truth.
No, girl.
Ma'am, do you have a mirror in that house? Because you definitely need to look at yourself in that matter. You talk about how much you don't like liars and anyone that's fabricating, but you sat there and lied. Again, the hypocrisy is lost on this one.
He's projecting.
I'm sorry I got to jump in, but that's exactly what you did.
Yes.
Actually, you didn't give me the space to explain myself.
I did give you the space.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
You had by, you could have said 3. You literally
honestly, I could have said 3. Yes, are you gonna let me talk right now?
Ma'am, this is not your show. So why are you giving out demands?
And you're gonna sit there and
this is funny.
Kendra.
Roma. That's what you did.
Chronic.
Yes. You said
chronic is not true. When someone comes into your life, when you are at the age of 14 and takes over your children, and you look at that person.
Okay, now she's saying that she was great. Oh my God. Now she's saying she was great at 14. I just can't with this one.
As a father figure, and that person still takes care of your child.
Okay.
Well, let me jump to this. Obviously, we don't want to go deep with that story.
I will go deep with that because you can Google me and you can LinkedIn me and you can find out the truth.
Yeah, it's probably not the truth, but that's what these type of predatory liars will often do, is that they'll, have a story that you can't question, because if you question, it looks bad if you have questions about it, and they'll be able to leverage and utilize that as a tool to make you try to feel bad so they can continue on lying without you checking them. I think it's also funny that after Kendra pressed her about the 250K, she dropped it tremendously down to 80, like a $250,000 a year man. That is far different than an $80,000 a year man. But, let's just continue.
First of all, I want to say this, because when it gets there, obviously, I'm sorry you went through that. But at the end of the day, I'm quite sure you're familiar with my show. This is not the first time you're watching my show, right? So, when I ask that question, because there's levels to me asking that question.
There are two men that will come at your neck about my children, not three.
First of all, ain't nobody coming at my
Not
neck.
yours, but
Is that a threat, ma'am? Fellas, this is what you got to deal with if you ever decide to get with her. She will go as far as to even threaten Kendra G. By sinking her baby daddies on her. God damn it. You can't make this shit up.
I'm saying the person that I'm dealing with. But there are two men that are active role models of my children as opposed to three. So
if they're active role models, then why you not still with them, ma'am? That doesn't make sense. The math ain't mathing. Maybe you need to get back with your baby daddies rather than be on a dating show looking for a sucker to settle. Let's continue.
First child would never be a factor because that first man has never signed a birth certificate. He wasn't there, and my ex-husband was there. So my ex-husband played that role.
Well, ma'am, think about it. You said that your first baby daddy was older and got you pregnant at 14, and 9 times out of 10, his ass was a pedophile. And God damn it, I know how to pause. So in that situation, this pedophile that got you pregnant at the age of 14, you think he's going to sign a birth certificate that's going to land them in trouble with the law? You are delusional. Let's continue.
Of someone that took the father figure of my almost 21-year-old that is now highly successful in North Carolina, and she's great. So
listen, there's nothing.
I understand
she
where
said
you're
the oldest one
coming
took
from
the
as a
child.
publicist and as somebody that's in the social media publicist.
She's a journalist.
Who's a publicist?
I mean, you're public, right?
What?
You're a publicist because you're public. 4 degrees. What diploma bills? Listen, we got to do a government intervention on the.
Scared to face the world. Proficiency year student. Some people graduate, but they still stupid. I mean, all those degrees, and all those degrees, yet you still lack common sense. Let that sink in. But then again, what was that quote I read? What was that quote I read? I read not too long ago. Oh, that's right. People confuse education with intelligence. Sure, you can be book smart and still lack common sense and be an idiot. Let's continue.
Diploma mill schools, they will call themselves highly educated, and I'm a PhD and like all of that shit, MBA up in her title, and there's these fake unaccredited schools that are just giving out, right, and they're not educated, and they're utilizing this as a way to say, I just need like a highly intelligent man, and he's got to be able to, command this amount of money per year because I look at my degrees, look at these papers.
And that's another thing that kills me. She claims she wants a highly educated man, but she is dumb as a potato. Let's continue.
On the wall. Meanwhile, she thinks publicist because one is public. Look at Kendra's face. What are you saying, woman?
Who's a publicist?
I mean, you're public, right?
Oh my God.
So you're a journalist.
Yeah, so I just asked the questions. I just want
and I'm correcting you.
No, well, here's the thing, woman. First of all, again, I'm sorry what you went through in your past. I felt like I'm quite sure this is year 6. You've seen my show a few times, correct? This is not your first time watching me, I'm assuming.
Is she trying to lie?
Long pause.
Is it?
Oh.
Hello?
Oh.
I'm not sure if you clicked off. I mean, her name is. Oh, there you go.
I'm here. Sorry.
Right there. I said, is this your first time finding out about Kendra G?
I mean, if you want that.
Roma, I'm just asking you questions, girl.
Answer the question.
No, it's not my first time. Sorry.
Okay, so with that being said, I've been doing this show for 6 years.
I know.
So when I ask that question, it's the same question I've asked for 6 years. Right. And the only reason we went down this dark road, because have you just said
it's not dark?
Yes, it is.
Like what you went through in the past.
I'm just not dark.
Yes, it is.
It's not dark. At the end of the day, I love God.
Yes, it is dark. Ma'am, we could rewind this shit back. And we could tell that this is a dark road. It may not look dark to you, but to everyone else, it is. Let's continue.
It's not dark.
Yeah. Okay. Again, pay attention. They don't want you to focus on their lies. Be very mindful in conversations with people that do this. She don't want to listen to what Kendra has to say because it holds her accountable. So she picks out one term or one phrase to stop the entire conversation that is just not important. And it flusters Kendra. It flusters most people when they do this.
It's not dark. At the end of the day, I love God, and it's not dark.
Okay, well, either way.
It had nothing to do with...
I'm standing 10 toes down on, had you just in the beginning answered the question about the 3 men, then we wouldn't have had the back and forth that we had in the confusion. Because I was under the impression, because I was going to ask you questions as I did pertaining to that. But we're now moving forward. Okay.
Yes, thank
you. But God is working on me. Okay, let's.
Oh, for the love of ball of confusion. That's what the word is today. Hey.
He's working on us.
He's working on me. He's working.
No, you can come for me. Like, I'm fine with it.
No, she didn't.
No, she did not.
Okay.
I never came for you.
She didn't.
I just didn't allow you to lie to me.
True.
It wasn't a lie. It was more so.
It was a lie.
No. Yeah. So if you would have said how many people I laid down with, that's a different story.
Say that, Roma.
Exactly. But
ma'am, you're not making any sense because she asked you that question. You said 2 baby daddies. Then you switched up and said 3. How fucking hard is that for you? Let's continue.
If you were to say how many people you had,
how many
children with, I would say
how many kids dad you have.
Exactly. And I will always consider my ex-husband as my daughter's, that's about to be 21 years old, father.
But this is why I asked you if you were familiar with my show. Because
I am familiar, but you asked a blank question and I answered it.
Well, so since you're familiar with my show,
the
you
need
knew
to be
what
right.
I meant when I asked that.
Straight up.
Other people didn't know. So
other people didn't know what?
What you meant.
Ma'am, don't you ever speak for all of us again. Because what you think we felt, believe me, is not the same as what you think. We all understood it. You're the only one that didn't. So no, you cannot speak for us, so have several seats and shut the fuck up forever on that matter. Let's continue.
Ooh, child.
Ooh, child.
I stated over 6 feet, because I'm 5'9". African American.
She actually, I don't believe she said that. I believe she said I'm 5'9", so someone taller originally. So even now she's changing what she's saying.
I stated the range of salary.
Look a certain way usually is, you can add height.
Yeah, but when you...
Argumentative.
When you make a certain range, you look a certain way.
I didn't ask that question.
What?
I look a certain way. That's the next question. So the question is, does she look a certain way? Like complexion, tall, slim, you going forward. This question right now is, should he look a certain way?
Lighter than me, over 6 feet.
Lighter?
Lighter?
Okay. We already got to the money question. Let's do the Kendra Cam.
Uh-oh.
Here we go.
Okay.
Let's see that big body, baby. Oh, she's stout.
Okay, we see
It's actually not a... Okay.
Okay.
A little bit.
I mean, she's obese.
A little bit what?
But...
I said a little bit because I'm on my weight loss journey, so I'm a little bit.
Okay.
It's actually not as crazy.
Should he... We already did that. When was
She
the
should
last
stand forever.
Month ago.
Month ago. Oh, you just ended a relationship a month ago. Is it over?
Over.
Okay. You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask, when's the last time you was intimate with someone?
A month ago.
Okay. 3 flaws you have to work on.
Someone who is a chronic liar. Someone who is shorter than me. So I'm 5'9", so someone who is 5'9" or shorter. And someone who is unemployed.
3 flaws.
Did she even understood the question that was asked? What are the flaws you need to work on, ma'am? Not the person you're seeking, ma'am.
That you have to work on, and the narcissist's brain can't focus on herself for long enough. I am not a doctor. I am not a clinician. However, it is fascinating to me how the brain of a narcissist works. When asked the flaws, you then misinterpret, right? And then you start to speak about things that you don't want in men. This is the mind of someone who is incapable of holding herself accountable and will gaslight you into thinking that you're doing something wrong if you try to hold her accountable. Or they will insert their dark past and weaponize it to get you to stand down. Ma'am, no one asked for that information, but you can't throw a grenade and then complain about the explosion. But again, pick up the tea leaves. Psych nurse she was in a relationship with, a therapist. I'm trying to tell you, she probably has some delusional DSM-5 diagnosed shit. And she kind of makes these relationships up in her head.
And why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
So I feel as though that you are short-tempered right now, so I'm going to keep this short.
Who's short-tempered?
You are, girl. It's fine. I know.
She's actually not.
Right now, I'm losing brain cells just listening to this. But more importantly, the main question on my mind is, how long is Kendra G gonna put up with her disrespectful ass? I mean, he's gonna get down. I mean, not gonna lie here. It's gonna get down to a point where Kendra G's gonna boot her ass off her show, constantly disrespecting her. Yet she's the one on the show looking for a sucker. I mean, a man. Let's continue.
Why am I short-tempered?
This is why I hated Kevin so much.
The questions and allowing you to answer them.
Right.
So now if I go back and forth with you, I'm aggressive, I'm all those things. Now I'm asking you the questions. I'm short-tempered. You don't take responsibility. Which way you want it, girl? You
I don't take responsibility.
I'm giving you
Responsibility.
the courtesy of allowing you to answer the questions with no rebuttal, and now it's I'm short-tempered. What responsibility do you have, Roma?
Oh, good question,
All
Kevin.
of them. That's why I'm answering your questions.
No, I want to know, what energy do you think you brought to this? Because I gave you 3 different...
As I said, how long will Kendra G put up with her disrespect? And she's on her show, and she's on Kendra G's show, looking for a sucker. Let's continue.
Great question.
Kendra. The last Kendra, I'm just allowing you to answer, and then you came back.
The last Kendra is the responsible Kendra.
I want to know, what responsibility do you think you brought to this interview?
So I'm going to be respectful. Okay. So the last Kendra was the professional Kendra, the journalist Kendra. The second Kendra... You called her short-tempered, but then you called her short-tempered. Can you let me finish my answer? You will not let me finish my answer. I was letting you finish your answers, and then you called me short-tempered.
Now, fellas, this is exactly what I meant when I said what I said earlier. Oftentimes, teen moms who end up entering parenthood at such a young age have their maturity completely stunted. In other words, being introduced to parenthood at such an early age, 14, 15, 16 years old, that stunts their maturity. So yes, she's 35, but yet she still acts like a child. I said this earlier, and now she's just straight up confirming exactly what I said. But let's continue.
I said, so now it's like, I don't know which Kendra you want. You can get all the Kendra. I want them. Child.
Oh, this is entertaining.
Let me do this. I should have hung up on your ass a long time ago. I don't know why I even allowed it to go. Let me tell you something.
Listen. It is so cathartic, all right, to watch Kendra have these conversations with women. And, I think about the conversations that Kevin used to have, and Kevin used to get a lot of shit. Is every conversation that Kevin used to have the way that I would handle a conversation? No. But I do think that he didn't get enough credit for how he was able to handle conversations like this. And oftentimes,
and I will also say it's about damn time Kendra G booted her ass off her show, dude. It's clear to see that she needs help. She needs help more than looking for another sucker, another statistic. Straight up.
Even if they were as crazy as what this is, within social media, he would still get hate. They wouldn't even want to hear the points that she was making, the woman is making. They would just hear him chastise. When she came in with the attitude, she had the need to be right. She was attempting to shame him. So it's just so interesting now, watching Kendra have to go through the same exact thing. Categorically, Kendra was not being mean, rude, salacious. She was just asking questions. But still, the young, high-calorie, average at best, wanting a $250,000 a year, 6 foot plus man, determined her to not, be of a kind heart, apparently. This woman simply cannot let anything go, has more skeletons in her closet than a damn cemetery, and in combination of her narcissism and her ego, it is a dangerous combination. But let's listen to Kendra finish up.
This is a perfect example. Child, let me tell you something.
Okay.
I'm living my best life in California. I'm having a good old weekend. Ain't nobody gonna take my good energy from me. Okay? Ain't nobody gonna take my good energy from me. And I sat there because I wanted to prove a point, because I get that a lot where people try to reverse it on me.
Yeah.
They try to make it seem like I'm the person.
You're the bad guy. Right.
So in the middle of the interview, I was like, you know what, child? Let me just ask these questions. I'm not going to go back and forth. Let me just ask the questions and move forward. And then you come back with, now I'm short-tempered. Some of you ladies need to self-reflect. Some of y'all, I'm going to tell you right now, some of you ladies need to self-reflect. I don't even want to deal with you. So I can only imagine a man, how he feeling. Ain't nobody got time for that, girl. Nobody ain't got time for it. Now, I don't.
And this is a woman telling these women this shit. Oh, when a woman puts these, when you got a woman like Kendra G putting these women in check, oh, it hits differently. Shoot, not even the punks who has a problem with us pointing this out, don't have shit to say. But I'm gonna stop it right here. Man, this shit was a motherfucking trip. So she's 35 years old. Her oldest daughter is 21. So she got pregnant at the age of 14, teen mom, by the way. And she still has those issues, still has the issues of a teen mom, hasn't grown up yet. In her second childhood, it's everybody else's fault but herself. Man, I don't even want to go on with this shit. I mean, I'm done with this shit as far as I'm concerned. That was a trip. But again, shout out to MTR, Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews. If y'all want to watch this video in its entirety, I'll leave the link to the full video in the comments section. Go check it out. Tell them JD Miles sent you. But that's all I got for tonight. I'm done. I'm done with this piece of work, and I'm out this bitch. Later.